The Ravens holding off the Bengals 35-34. It's weird to have, at least for me, an opinion on both teams and have a negative opinion on both teams after a game like that. Because with the Bengals, they don't have defense, and it is rearing its ugly head here. They do have offense. The Ravens have offense, but they don't have defense. Now, for one, I'm thinking about just getting into the playoffs, the Bengals. The Ravens, I'm thinking about bigger picture, winning a Super Bowl. They're not going to win a Super Bowl this way. You know, you're barely scraping by Cincinnati, and Cincinnati is a good team. They don't have a good record. They can put up points. And both of these quarterbacks looked wonderful last night. But I'm looking at the Ravens' bigger picture because we saw the playoff version of the Ravens last year. And they were great last year. I mean, they had a really good defense and a really good offense. They have a really, really good offense this year and an average defense. Let's say I was going to give grades. Kansas City Chiefs offense. Let's say I just said a B. Potential for a B+. Their defense is an A. If I said the Ravens offense, I'll give you an A. But that defense, I'm probably giving you a C-. The defensive backs, the secondary, not good. And you normally think of the Ravens, they run the football and they play great defense. Well, they are running the football. They're really passing the football a whole lot more. But the defense, not holding up its end of the bargain. Now, let's get to the end because, yes, would I have gone for 2? Yes, I would have. Because your defense is getting, roughed up. Second half, you guys got exposed. Go for it. You're on the road. Go for the win. And I had no problem with it. The problem I had, that there were a couple of penalties on that 2-point conversion. Certainly, the hit to, you could have called 2 penalties on Burrow. He got hit after the play, and you got hit in the face mask. You want to call holding? Okay. There's going to be holding on those plays. It's like a Hail Mary. If you want to call it, you can. That play, was it egregious? I had more of a problem that the tight end didn't go deeper into the end zone. The Ravens did a good job in kind of pushing him back a little bit, and therefore, even if he caught the pass, I don't think he gets the 2-point conversion. But that was a old-fashioned shootout against two teams that don't like each other very. I don't know if teams like each other. When we say they don't like each other, I don't know how many times you see a game and you go, those two teams like each other. Yes, Eaton.
I would say, to the flip side, I don't know how many teams hate each other anymore.
Ooh.
But do you like each other? Maybe hate is too strong, but is like too strong of a word? Like these two don't like each other. Okay.
Yeah, historically, yes, but
like the Ravens and the Steelers hate each other.
I bet Jamar Chase and Lamar Jackson are pretty cool, actually.
After last night, yeah, Jamar Chase had 11 receptions, 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he's the first player in league history to have multiple games with at least 250 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that what? Stat of the day.
Brought to you by Panini America. Chase had one of those games where you go, boy, that's right. He's right there. We talk about Justin Jefferson. There's a few wide receivers. Well, there's nobody in Justin Jefferson's category, I don't think. But Jamar Chase can be in that category. What he did against Baltimore, he had 457 receiving yards in 2 games against Baltimore this year. 457. That is an NFL record for one player against another team in a single season. And he beat the previous record by 30 yards. And there are times when you watch and you go, boy, he makes it look easy. Now, Baltimore's secondary certainly assisted in that. But when Burrow and Jamar Chase are on, they are as good, probably better than any other combination in football. Yes, Mark.
Joe Burrow threw to Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on the same team.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you know how crazy that sounds? That is the greatest college offense ever.
That's why he had 60 touchdown passes that final year at LSU. And then you have Lamar Jackson. By the way, with Lamar Jackson, another great performance. And what he does is he beats the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he's lost one time to the Cincinnati Bengals. And the other thing is he's not getting hit. When you drop back to pass, and we've seen this where and Burrow got hit last night. He got hit a lot. I think Lamar Jackson got hit once. So Burrow got hit 12 times. Lamar Jackson, coming into last night's game, had been hit 19 times on dropbacks this season, total. So let's make that 20. 20 hits on him. Among the quarterbacks who have at least 150 dropbacks this season, the only guy who has been hit in the pocket fewer times is a fellow MVP candidate, Josh Allen, with 16.
Woo! Ow! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! This is the stat of the day!
Now, by comparison, Geno Smith has been hit 62 times, Deshaun Watson 57 times, C.J. Stroud 49 times, Aaron Rodgers 49 times, Kirk Cousins 48 times. This is crazy. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen getting the protection, and those are your two leading candidates for MVP. Now, and I'm going to throw Jared Goff in there as well, but Lamar Jackson is putting up better numbers than last year. And once again, I hope that the voters don't do this. I hope they don't hold the postseason against Lamar Jackson for what he's doing in the regular season. To say, yes, but. Now, I can do that to the team. I'm not going to do that for a regular season award with Lamar Jackson. Remember when he couldn't throw? Remember he was one-dimensional? We weren't quite sure. You saw him at Louisville, highlights, and we wondered. Well, you don't have to throw the same way. It has to get there. It's like golf swings. If you look at Jim Furyk's swing, you'd go, he can't be a good golfer. Well, he's a Hall of Famer. Not everybody's going to look like Ernie Els when he swings a golf club. Not everybody's going to look like Joe Montana or Tom Brady. It needs to get from here to there. That's it. Doesn't matter. Now, you can say, well, sidearm, if you're shorter, gets knocked down. I understand all of that. Lamar Jackson doesn't have that, wow, look at that throw, or the form of look at that throw. But he gets it from A to B, and he's done extremely well with that. You have the threat of him running, not as much as in previous years because you have Derrick Henry. They have to score just about, you're going to have to score at least 30 points. And that's where I go. The negative part of this is if you faced Kansas City today, let's say the Ravens played Kansas City today, AFC title game, and it's probably going to be in Kansas City. They couldn't put them away in Baltimore last year. Who were you taking? You're taking Kansas City. Now, Paulie likes to say between those two, whoever has the ball last, that's probably who I'm taking. I would take Kansas City over Baltimore because I feel like I have a complete team, and the offense isn't as good as Baltimore's, but that defense is a whole lot better. And it comes to postseason, it's defense making plays or not making plays. And if you throw in the element of Mahomes has been there and done this before, I don't know what the number would be. Can we check with Vegas or DraftKings? Let's say AFC title game today, Kansas City, Baltimore. In Kansas City. I got to believe Kansas City would be 3.5-point favorite. Yes, Marvin.
And even if the Ravens have the ball last, Chris Jones is on the other side of the ball.
Yes.
And he's going to make a play.
Chris Jones, he's not the equivalent of Patrick Mahomes, but he is that guy's on the field, and he'll probably make a play. And that's how we assess Patrick Mahomes. So here is the call of the Ravens stopping the 2-point conversion last night.
Burrow takes the snap. Ravens bring blitz pressure. Burrow throws to the end zone. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. And with 38 seconds left to play, the hay's in the barn. Oh, what a wild way to end it tonight, as the Ravens will sweep the series from the Bengals and improve to 7-3.
The hay is in the barn. 98 Rock Ravens Radio Network. Here's Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow.
We just got to make the opportunities that are there, make the plays. You know, we did in spots and we didn't in spots tonight, and that's been the story of our season. So, you know, I'm going to do everything in my power to continue to be ready for the opportunities that come. Try to take advantage of them.
I'm not done on the Bengals. Now, I think they got the Chargers in L.A. coming up. They got the Steelers a couple of times. But, you know, you're looking for a wild card spot. Are they better than the Broncos? Yes. But the Broncos have a better record. Can they get to 9 wins? 9 wins might do it in the AFC. So you have to have 5 wins in 7 games. Very, very small margin for error. I think they end the season against the Steelers. Steelers would love nothing better than to bounce them. Those two teams don't like each other. Yes, Paulie.
It would be great if that were for the wild card spot. But your Bengals have Chargers, Steelers. Then they get Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos. Some winnable December, they're called.
Oh, so they don't end the season with the Steelers?
Yes, at the Steelers on January 5th.
Okay.
To end the whole thing.
Yeah.